something.
What is that? It's a camera. Are you ready?
So it's finally fall. Thank goodness the summer is over.
It's fall. Let me give you a rundown of the very best trees for fall color.
My favorite part of fall is the horror movies that come out. I love all of the horror movies. Horror is my favorite genre, and there is one horror movie that I have been looking forward to for the past 2 years. Polaroid. So Polaroid is a bizarre little horror movie. It's a movie about a killer ghost haunting a camera. And this is the poster. Yikes. But this movie is very reminiscent of a Goosebumps book story, Say Cheese and Die, which is a book about a kid that finds a camera, and whoever he takes a picture of, it predicts their death or them being hurt in some way. And this movie changes that story only slightly by just having a ghost haunt the camera. Instead of it being interesting and predicting people's deaths, it's just, you take a picture of somebody and then they just get haunted by a ghost. That's it.
Brew! Gotcha, scared you. Scared you.
But this movie has been in development hell for over 2 years now, and with a tagline like "Evil develops," I totally see why. I saw a trailer for it way back when and was excited to see how bad it was going to be. I hoped it would be so bad it's good and I could get a good laugh out of it, but oddly enough, it never came out. It was set to be released on November 2017, but unfortunately, it was produced by the now infamous Harvey Weinstein, and in the wake of his scandal, they shelved the movie. Then, a year or so later, Netflix attempted to buy the rights to it, before that fell through as well. It seemed like this movie would never see the light of day. Then, I was scrolling through Fandango Now, and there it was. Dumped on streaming service. No marketing, no nothing. And I feel bad for this movie, honestly. The movie's based off a 15-minute short by the same director, and it's been in development for over 2 years, only to just get thrown online. This is the type of movie that is perfect for this time of year. This movie would literally rake in the money. I don't know how much they filmed this for, but it's probably just a few $1 million, probably less than 10, and it would probably make 50 to 100 million just because it's a PG-13 teenage horror movie. And that's it. That's all it needs to be to rake in the dough. And yet, here it is, being dumped on streaming services out of the blue. So I do feel bad for this movie. I really do. I feel bad for this director because he's never gonna work in Hollywood again because of this. But I still want to see it. I still wanted to see it despite feeling bad for this director, and I decided, you know what, let's check it out. Hopefully it's good, bad. Hopefully it gives me a good laugh. Unfortunately, though, for me and the director, it's just bad. It's just bad. Okay, so the movie starts off with these two girls rooting around this cardboard box.
What is that? It's a camera.
What was that reaction? Chill, it's just a camera.
What is that? It's a camera.
Of course, we all know where this is going. She takes a picture and oops, now she's dead. The reason she wanted to take a picture was to look sexy for a guy or something. But here's the thing, it's not really that sexy. You're just sitting on your bed in a beige colored room with like a nightgown on. Yeah, it's not that sexy. If I'm that guy that she wants to impress and I get that photo, I go, okay, cool, where's the nudes? Hey, you know, where's the nudes? But too bad for us, she's dead, no nudes for anybody. So we wasted 7 minutes of our sub 90-minute runtime on this random girl who is inconsequential to the overall movie, who gets killed off camera and is not satisfying at all. Awesome start, movie.
Name?
Bird Fisher.
Want to take that off?
Look, it's Scarf Girl.
Got him!
With that out of the way, though, we can get to our main character, shy girl that gets bullied and has a crush on Jock, aka most generic leading lady in horror movie history. But this time, instead of being interested in something like, I don't know, Chinese wish boxes,
This is it?
Don't kick that.
this girl is interested in cameras, the perfect bait for our ghost camera killer, or GCK for short.
You like it?
Tyler, where did you find this?
So now, dashing friend of girl brings her the ghost camera. She promptly takes a picture of him because you can't just take pictures of any number of the antiques in the store because a movie needs to happen. Then the movie decides it doesn't already have enough cliches and introduces edgy, anti-PC best friend right after dog gets scared by ghost camera.
Hey, boy, you want to take a picture? Ned. Ned. Hey. Jesus. Don't you ever knock?
I can't say I'm invested in this overtly generic, bland horror movie about a cliche, but this isn't the worst movie ever. I mean, that cake goes to the hilariously bad Wish Upon from a few years ago, but this movie seems like some people tried, and I'll give it that. This movie does seem like some people put forth some effort. Like in this shot where this girl is walking upstairs and you got this nice camera movement. Or this shot where the girl is walking to her front door and the camera pans up to the front door. It seems like they actually put some effort into blocking the scene, into the camera movement, what the camera is going to be on to get that movement, coordinating the actors, pulling focus, all that stuff. It seems like they actually tried to put some effort into at least the camera work. And I appreciate that because a lot of these dumb, generic, bland horror movies just rely on the audience just being scared at random jump scares and not trying anything else. So I appreciate that this movie did try to have some kind of visual flair, even though it's not all that much. Anyway, this song plays in a real-life horror movie.
Floating, watching the world fade, praying.
Ugh, the deaths are so boring, dude. The deaths in a killer slasher haunting movie are the best part of the movie. You can go the hilariously bad Wish Upon route or the incredibly gruesome, over-the-top Final Destination route, but there really is no in-between. You gotta be one or the other. You gotta have some deaths on screen, but this movie refuses to do that. They have their stupid deaths off screen so that they don't have to shoot it. And that just makes me really angry. I hate when horror movies have deaths off screen. It's as if they're building up the scene just to have a jump scare instead of to have something actually scary. And it's really frustrating.
All right, howl on 5, ready?
Okay. What? Howl on 5? Who says that? What happened to cheese? First of all, what happened to cheese? Just say cheese. Well, second of all, what happened to 3? Who says 5? You say cheese on 3. That's it. That's all you have to do. You just say cheese, 1, 2, 3. That's it. No one says howl on 5.
So just say howl on 5.
Howl, like I say
Like,
howl on 5?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Howl. Okay. Say howl on 5.
Howl?
Howl.
Like howl?
Yeah. Howl. Okay, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Howl. Okay. Say howl on 5.
Howl on 5.
No. That's what you said. No, yeah. You have to say howl on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
What?
Howl on 5.
Okay.
You know they're saying howl on 5?
No.
Oh. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Howl.
Howl.
Ready?
Okay.
5.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So the camera gets 5 new victims, then the police crash the party to get her. They tell her that her friend died, and then her mom runs into the camera.
Birdie, it's freezing out here.
So our shy girl main character starts to think that the photos might have something to do with these deaths, and she presents her evidence to her friends, and then this embarrassingly hilarious scene happens.
Guys. What the?
What a performance! What a performance from that girl. I'm really convinced that her arm was on fire. Yeah, that's what you do when your arm's on fire. Oh man, she was great. She's just great. This movie, yeah. Get it, girl. Get that paycheck.
Your girlfriend's out of surgery now if you'd like to see her.
Yeah.
And miss, don't go far. Someone's gonna come here for you in a few. Take a look at that scalp.
Figure this out, Bird. Fix it.
So the arm on fire girl goes to a hospital that puts old Apple computers on dressers, then she gets killed off camera. Again.
You did this. She's dead because of you.
Devin, stop. It's not her fault.
Isn't it?
Wait, where were you? You were there the whole time, right? Did you just disappear because the movie forgot about you? You probably could have helped your friend not get killed, right? Where were you? Here's the thing I hate about these types of movies. I've already mentioned it, but it feels like they don't build up to scares. It feels like they build up to a jump scare, and that isn't a scare. I hate it when movies pretend to build tension and then just have a jump scare and a hard cut to something else. That is quite literally the laziest thing a horror movie can do, is have one person walk around really slowly while string music builds up, and then you have a false scare where they open a door and oh, they're not there, and then they turn around and it's right there and it hard cuts to something else. That's not scary. That's just laziness. That's just a lack of creativity in your writing and directing department. If you constantly do this, then it gets old. It gets really old and really predictable. When every scene has a person walking slowly and then there's a jump scare at the end, it gets really predictable and very unscary and very annoying very quickly. If I can replicate a tens of millions of dollars Hollywood budget with a phone and some loud noises, then you know you're doing something wrong and things need to change and you need to be more creative. So now they converge at a diner where this nonsense happens.
Devin, put the camera down.
Stop.
Stop.
Let go. But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
It was an accident.
So we know the camera kills people, right? We know that if you take a picture of somebody, the ghost is gonna come get you. So, my question is, why is their film still in the camera? Why wasn't the first thing that you did when you realized the camera kills people was remove the film? Yeah, I know a lot of horror movies would probably still have some weird explanation for the camera still being able to take pictures, but they don't even try that. They don't even try to take the film out of the camera. That is literally the first thing that anybody with a mind would do. You take the film out. And if you take the film out, then this crazy guy wouldn't be threatening people with a camera and holding it and pointing it in some hostile way, which is just embarrassing and hilarious. And number two here, why aren't they using this camera to kill their enemies at this point? If they know that the ghost is coming for them, I go take pictures of people that I hate or I very much dislike and just have the ghost get them, and then just take a whole bunch of pictures of them, and then, yeah, you're done. It's it. You just go, you go fly over to Afghanistan, take a picture of Osama bin Laden, and then you're good. He goes and kills that guy. You know, go. If you're a liberal, you go take a picture of Donald Trump. I don't know. I'm not saying to do that, because you can't do that because ghost cameras don't exist, but why aren't they doing that? Why aren't they taking pictures of people they don't like and just killing them off? I mean, yeah, it's kind of a psycho thing to do, but at least do that instead of just doing nothing.
It's time to stop!
So this crazy guy goes to prison, he gets killed off camera, and the girl and the love interest go to the house of the camera's owner to find things out? I don't know. I really don't know. What are they trying to do at this point? I've seen this movie a few times and I don't even know. Are they trying to figure out who owned the camera? But why would that be significant? I mean, the camera's still going to kill people whether you know that or not. I just don't know.
The embarrassment was too much to bear. She couldn't handle it. We were both devastated. And then Roland saw the photos. He became obsessed with that camera, with punishing those 4 kids for their cruelty.
Okay, so it turns out a girl hung herself because some kids bullied her, and then her dad, who is haunting the camera, killed off 3 of the 4 kids that bullied the girl that made her hang herself. And so he haunts the camera, and he wants to find the last guy that got away. That's the story we're getting on what happened to the camera. Okay, but here's the thing. That doesn't make sense. A, why would a guy haunt a camera? Hello? You fell in this big tub, haunt the tub. Then you could kill some people with the tub, that'd be fun. Or you haunt this knife, haunt the knife, make the knife fly around, that'd be fun. Or, you know, haunt the whole school. Haunt something that's interesting. But instead, he haunts a camera. That's the most boring thing ever. That's dumb. Don't haunt a camera. If you're a ghost, haunt something bigger. Have more ambition. And number 2, this story doesn't make sense because the lady that's telling it is like a serial killer. She's crazy. Why are you even taking anything she's saying? Why are you taking her seriously? She's nuts, obviously. She looks like she's about to kill them.
A few moments later.
See, we tried to get the pictures so we could take them to the police. But he found out and snapped. Went crazy, came after us, killed us one by one to make sure his secret never came out.
So actually turns out that the dad was crazy and the kids were helping the girl that killed herself before she killed herself, but the girl ended up killing herself because she didn't like her dad because her dad was the one taking weird pictures of her. Does that make sense? Not really, and it doesn't really work because this little weird twist that this movie's trying to do, like, whoa, they've just found this crazy thing out, it's a big twist, right? No, it's not a twist because we just found out the story 3 minutes ago. And so they're presenting the story and then immediately saying, oh, no, we got you, tricked ya. But no, you're not tricking me because it happened 2 minutes ago. You can't have a twist if you don't have a setup. It's like they say in Screenwriting 101. If you want to shoot a gun in the 3rd act, you need to establish that gun in the 1st act. But this movie doesn't do that. This movie sets up the gun right as it's reaching for it, but instead of shooting it, it shoots out that little bang flag and then pretends like it got you, like it surprised you that it wasn't a real gun. But we didn't know the gun existed until just now. So you need to establish this better. If we knew this story about this guy that killed people because these guys bullied his daughter, then that would actually make sense to have a twist here at the end. Establish that in the 1st act. Have somebody say, oh, that girl, she's in this house and she's the lady of the serial killer who, yada yada. And if you had that established, then this twist would work. But instead they don't, and it's stupid.
Put it down.
The only way he'll stop us if he gets the 4th.
Put it away. Get it off!
And how convenient that the sheriff, the one guy that knows the truth about the ghost killer, happens to be where our main characters are and gets his picture taken. Nice. Whoa! Yeah, all right! That is what I'm talking about. Have more of this, please, movie. More. Again. Oh, that was awesome.
Birdie's coming. Run!
Anyway, they run around until the girl takes a picture of the ghost and then burns the picture. The end. I'll be real with you. The ending here I actually kind of like. I mean, you got that scene of the guy getting torn in half, which is awesome. And then you have some legit scares. You have the monster coming down this hallway with the light shining on him, and it's actually kind of intense. There's some intense moments. They build tension fairly well here. They even establish some way of hurting it, like with heat and water, that doesn't go anywhere, but okay. But this is not a bad ending. It's kind of satisfying to watch the monster get his picture taken and she crumples it up and it kind of crumples in a ball and then she lights it on fire, it explodes. It's a satisfying ending, and watching the monster get blown up is really, really satisfying. I enjoyed this ending. The last 15 minutes of this 87-minute movie is legitimately really fun, and I liked it a lot. It's just that the first hour is so boring and so generic. I cannot recommend this movie. It's not so bad it's good. It's just bad. It's just generic. It's just bland. All the performances are really understated. All the color palette's really bland. That all the characters are really one note and cliche. The monster kills people off camera in obnoxiously unsatisfying ways. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's just not a good movie in the least. But this last 15 minutes is really entertaining. I don't know what the original short film was. I haven't seen it. I don't know if that 15 minutes was like, what is this ending? Because this ending's really fun and it feels like they had to just build a bunch of things to get here. It's just not very good. So that's it. I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. You know, I was gonna like take a picture of the camera, like, oh, the ghost's coming for you now, kind of like a cheeky thing to end on, but that's lame. So, bye.